Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. We have been doing a lot of action figures lately, and we have a new set to show off. We got a video that was posted probably about a week ago or so that showed off the Batgirl from Burnside. Action figures from DC Collectibles. The Batgirl from Burnside is one of the most anticipated figures that I've had in quite some time. I think absolutely amazing, absolutely fantastic. It shows Batgirl on top of her motorcycle, reflecting, I think it was Batgirl number 40 variant by Cliff Chang, that kind of riffs off of Prince and Purple Rain. So the other set that I absolutely loved, that I think is beyond amazing, is the set that's sitting in front of me. Now this is from Batman Arkham Knight. It's the Batgirl and Oracle set. Now there's many reasons that I think that this is such a cool set. You know, obviously the figures look great, but I mean, you can see it right in front of me, right in that box, is that Oracle figure. I mean, I can't think of either Marvel, DC, anybody that has done a figure that's in a wheelchair. So this is an action figure of Oracle, kind of that classic DC Comics figure character. Obviously the story behind it is rather tragic and controversial, but to be able to see an actual action figure of that is beyond fantastic and amazing. Now, I actually don't know a whole lot about the video game series myself. I haven't played really video games a whole lot in quite some time, so that's one that kind of I miss. But as a whole, with the figure herself, when it comes to her history in Marvel or in the DC Comics, it is, without a question, pretty iconic as a whole. So we're going to show off what's inside and what you get with these figures. So of course the box straight up has got the Batmobile from the video game series. So let's go and show off the figures themselves to discuss them and what I generally think about them. So let's go first look at Batgirl. He's looking pretty decent. Looking at the Batgirl figure, it just looks like a solid action figure. Nothing necessarily really jumps out at me. Oh. I feel like you need to actually be Batman or Batgirl to get these figures out of their packaging. Let's go and actually discuss the figure. Sculpt is really solid. Let's first talk about the joints and articulation is one of the things I like to discuss. So we've got the elbow, which is really great. Wrists are good. This wrist, though, just kind of pivots. It doesn't go up and down. The head has some, but not tons. There's a little bit at the torso. And then the legs, of course, are pretty solid when it comes to moving. It's one thing that stands out a lot about DC's figures and the DC collectible figures. When it comes to the hands themselves, we do get some options. And of course, I played around with their legs, making it difficult to stand up. Before we get to that, painting is pretty good. There are some slight issues with the bolts kind of on the upper chest area with the silver. Bleeds a little bit. And there's a little bit of speck of gold on the cape, which is rubber. The detail, though, is solid. There is some really good work. I mean, it's subtle, but looks good. I think you really see it best kind of coming off the back of the figure with down the spine and some of the work that's kind of in the armor. From what I know and seeing pictures of the character from the video game, it does a really good job of capturing that figure, or capturing that character and what she looks like. As I said, we've got some options with some hands, and of course she comes with a Batarang that can fit in the hands. The hands do look like they move up and down a bit. Oh, no, these actually do. Sorry. It's just a little stiff. These can move a little bit up and down, but not a whole lot. You can see it with the joints and the hands themselves, though. So there's a little bit of that. But the figure that I really, really care about, sorry, Batgirl, is this Oracle figure. I think this is absolutely awesome, beyond amazing. The fact that DC Collectibles is doing this, I have to give them tons of props for it. So let's go and actually just look at the figure of Barbara Gordon herself. Head pivots really, really well, up and down, side to side. The waist pivots, the arms are in the full bulge joint so they can move all over. Same with the elbows, and the wrists are in full motion. Hands, I think the details are really, really great. Something that I'm noticing more and more with some of these figures is it gets to the point that the actual fingernails are being painted on the figure. So really cool to see. Now the legs are solid. You can't really move the legs at all, but the feet still move. They move side to side. They don't really move up and down. But the detail on the shoes is actually pretty amazing. I think that stands out to me. We can see on here like the tongues of the shoes is sticking out. The wheelchair itself, wheels all move. And that's about it as far as that. But when she fits in, we've got it good. So there's a pretty damn good depiction of her in her wheelchair. The accessories are actually really neat. I dig the accessories. I think it's a solid addition. Let's see if we can get these out. With backpack, well, it'd be a little difficult to actually wear the backpack, though I guess you could. You can easily fit it on the back of the wheelchair if you wanted to. Let's see if we can actually put it on her, though. I'm going to guess you probably can if you want to. We can definitely do the one-handed. And two is a little bit difficult. Yeah, we got it. It works. Let's see if she still fits in the chair. She actually does still really, really well. So she can wear the backpack in the chair if she wanted to. And then, what is Babs without her headphones? So let's throw those on. See if they fit. Now, those don't fit quite as well. They do. You can put them on, but they don't really fit over her head completely. However, I'm sure we can go and put them on around her neck so they are sitting there like so many of us have them when we're not listening to them. So overall, though, I think it's a pretty solid figures. You know, I saw them on at San Diego Comic-Con. They do a fantastic setup for the DC Collectibles. This is one of them that I thought was beyond amazing and have been looking forward to its release ever since I saw it. Just like the Batgirl and Burnside, I think this one is kind of a breakthrough figure set because I can't think of another major toy line that has an action figure in a wheelchair. So that, I think, is just, it's great to see. I want to see more of that. I can't really think of other characters necessarily to do, but the fact that we've got this one figure, I think, is just, it's a huge breakthrough and something I want to see more of. So kudos to DC Collectibles for doing that, and can't wait to see more. Now, if you want your own Batman Arkham Knight's Oracle and Batgirl set, you can get it through the link below this video. It will be likely an affiliate link, so we do get a small percentage of it. So doing so, you help support our site. But But as always, thank you very much for watching. You can catch us every single day at graphicpolicy.com. If you're into comics, you should go definitely do that. Or you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, thanks for watching, and keep it geeky.